Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday's Upper Michigan Today. Thanks for joining us here this morning. How are you, Tia?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Just gotta scoot myself in a little bit.
Yeah, get in here. Get in here.
Back.
Yeah, thanks.
Missed you yesterday around these parts.
Yeah, I had a nice weekend with one of my best friends who was visiting from Minneapolis, and just had a lovely, lovely time.
How was that new flight from Marquette Sawyer?
It's great.
Was her flight? Was it
45 minutes?
So simple. Was it totally packed, empty?
She said there were a few empty seats. There was no next to her, so she was excited. But otherwise, she said it was pretty full, and she did get delayed a bit for some de-icing. But all in all, it was still way less than her driving. So super convenient.
You know what? I think we should go to the Marquette Sawyer Regional Airport for an episode sometime and take a look at like the baggage claim process. I'm really interested.
De-icing?
De-icing,
Can we
or like
de-ice
all of
the
it.
plane?
Can we look at air traffic control?
Tia and Elizabeth with the controllers.
Control traffic?
Yeah, we can.
I've been having
Who's
a lot of
watching from the airport? Can we get that?
Is it weird that I've been having a lot of dreams lately that we've been doing our show from the airport? Like multiple times in the past month, I've had dreams that
we've been
doing something at the airport.
It's coming.
Stay
tuned.
Upper Michigan Today goes live from the air.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine us with those air controller things?
Do you think we could fly the plane? No, I'm kidding. Obviously not. That's like
I just wanna.
I know. Stand on the runway.
Yeah.
Like this.
I'm in for that. God, that sounds like a really good time.
I want to know what happens to the bags. Like where do they go through?
Can we ride along with a bag?
Can we put me inside one so I can see? Is there a lot of like rumble
on the
tumble
conveyor
happening?
belt? All right, we've got ideas. We just need someone from the airport to be watching and be into this.
Say, you know what? I love that. Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a look outside. Let's get this show started. A little bit snowy out there right now. I know my drive in, I came in a little bit later this morning, and it was a little bit snowy, but nothing too terrible. The roads were a little bit slippery, so take it easy as you're moving around today. And then let's take a look. Oh,
even more snowier up there. Looks a little bit foggy in both places. I don't know if it's foggy or if it's just the snow making it cloudy in the atmosphere.
I spent the weekend in the QAnon. It was beautiful. The weather was so lovely. We had a place right on Lake Superior, and it was the lake was ripping. It was nice.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah, it was.
That sounds lovely.
Good sounds.
I mean, and with all the snow coming in, I'm sure it's drawing a lot of people outdoors. Whether they are just going to a cabin on Lake Superior to soak up the nice views, or maybe they're going ice fishing. But the Michigan State Police do want to warn that ice conditions, you know, they're not totally stable everywhere. And just in the past few days, 4 people went through the ice on Lake Gogibic. So that is something to keep in mind. A couple of safety components to keep in mind. Always check the ice thickness with an ice spud or an auger. Avoid cracks, heaves, or open water. And remember that ice conditions, they can change rapidly with the weather. So it's something that's really important to keep in mind. And also even just walking on beaches too, you might not realize where, if it's iced over, you might not realize where the beach ends and the water starts.
Sure.
So that can be a really dangerous situation too. Now the people that fell through the ice, nobody died in that situation, but of course we don't want to see any deaths. We don't want to talk about any deaths, so to avoid that happening, it is something important to keep in mind.
And ice is always changing, so where one day it might have been just fine, the next day it could not be. So definitely want to keep an eye on that. I did look up ice heave. What an ice heave is this morning, because I was curious. And from what I gather in my quick little research, it's like when the ground swells and the ice starts to form, and then it creates like a little pocket over there. So
it's like a hole.
Yeah, like there's a hole on the other side of the ice heave, maybe. Yeah.
Well, also
the examples were puddles, so it was hard to put it in perspective of like a larger lake. Yeah. I don't know. Interesting. Anyway, moving
avoid
on
the cracks.
from that.
And also something that's also happening on Lake Gogibic is this talk to change regulations when it comes to walleye fishing. So the DNR, they're actually seeking your public input. You can see this information on your screen. That's the public meeting. It's happening next Tuesday, January 21st at the Marinesco Village Township Hall. So here's what's up in that regard. There's currently a 15-inch minimum size requirement and a daily possession limit of 5 fish. The DNR is looking to change that, which means the anglers would not be able to keep any walleyes measuring between 18 inches and 23 inches in the daily possession limit, and they can only keep one walleye 23 inches or greater. So those are the proposed
So you
regulations.
have,
So
it has to be larger than, it can still be over 15, but anything in the 18 to
23 range,
you can't keep?
you can't keep. And then you can only keep one over
Okay.
the 23-inch range.
All right.
So that's in the works, and they're
All
inviting
right.
you for a public comment next Tuesday.
Okay. All right. So if you have an opinion on that, make sure you show up and let them hear what you have to say.
And another change that is in the works, it is happening. People in Marquette will notice this come springtime. There's changes happening to curbside trash pickup. So here's what's up.
All right, Tia, pay attention.
Okay. So instead of nighttime trash pickup, they're moving to daytime trash pickup.
Okay.
And instead of using the bag and tag system, they're getting rid of that. So it's carts.
Oh, you have to put it in a cart.
You have to put it in a cart, and if you don't have one, it'll be
Okay.
about a $6 per month increase from what you're already doing.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. What do you think about that? You live in the city of
I
Marquette.
already use a cart, so
Oh,
it's
no change really
It's
for
no
you.
change for me, and so it's no change for a lot of people. I think most people on my street use carts. I see a couple people using bags and tags, but this is for safety. Is what they're saying, and to make
Okay.
it kind of simplify the process. Personally, I think the bag or the cart system is simpler
just
because I don't
easier.
have to go out and buy
Yeah.
grocery bag or whatever garbage
The
bag
worst
tags.
is when you go to put your garbage out and you're like, I don't have the bag.
Or I
My
don't have the right
bags.
tag.
Yeah.
Right, and so
That's yeah. So this just kind of streamlines
kind
things
of
for everybody.
streamlines it. Yeah.
All right. All right. So that's coming. That's coming.
That's on that. Yeah, coming this spring.
All right, well, this morning we're talking about the Ishpeming Ski Jump Tournament. It's happening this weekend. This is always such a fun event. I know we've gone multiple times. We've volunteered. We've brought our show there live. But we're kind of previewing everything here this morning on Upper Michigan Today and getting ready for the weekend so you know exactly what to expect. It's such an incredible tradition.
Exactly. I mean, it's been going on for 138 years. So obviously it has a really rich tradition in the Upper Peninsula. And this Friday, it is crunch time for those organizers, for all of those that prepare the hill. So we're going to find out more about what it takes to put this event on and what it's taken to keep it a success for over 100 years. We're joined by the Vice President of the Ishpeming Ski Club to chat with him after the break.